Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and thank you so much for being here. So in today's video, I am very much excited to come your way again with another unboxing. Yes, what do we have here today? I'm excited. I'm super excited to bring your way. Let me just bring over the box and you're going to know what we are going to talk about. So let's get started. This is what we have here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the appliance we have here to unbox together today. And as you can see Fusion Air written here, and it's by Osmo Fresh. Yes, this is the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. And when we talk about Osmo Fresh, you know what we are talking about already. It is a water filtering unit. The company is basically into giving reverse osmosis water filtering units, be it countertop units, be it units that you are going to connect to your water source. So over here is the latest edition. They said it's the successor to their very well-known Osmo Fresh Quella Pro. As you know, over here a few months ago I brought you the Osmo Fresh Quella Pro. It's an amazing product, but they have an upgrade to the Osmo Fresh Quella Pro, and today we have it right here. It was released not long ago. In fact, I don't think it's been a couple of weeks since it's been released, but I'm excited to give you an unboxing. So my name is Benedicta and let's get started talking about the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. So if you are familiar with Osmo Fresh, you know that's an amazing company that is right here in Germany. Yes, it's a German company that is into water filtering, and they basically use the reverse osmosis filtering method in all their products. And yes, not long ago, I brought you a video on their Osmo Fresh Quella Pro, which is an amazing product. We had a wonderful time unboxing it together. We had a wonderful time, fixing it for the first time and enjoying lovely water from it. It is amazing. So you can give that video, a look. You can take a look at it and also give the product a try if you are interested. However, today, I am very much excited to come your way again with another, product from Osmo Fresh. So this is the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air, and on their website, the company says that this is the successor to their beloved, to their well-known, to their famous Osmo Fresh Quella Pro. So yes, we are, in the future of reverse osmosis units, countertop units with, those that comes with a tank. So without spending much time, let's open this lovely baby up and talk about the functionalities, the new functionalities of the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. Let's get started. Okay, so I have my scissors right here, but before I open this box up, this is how the product came packaged in, and this is the Fusion Air. It's the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air, and it's written over here premium osmosis unit with hot water and tank. And over here, you see the company that, details about the company. It's in Germany. It's in Bavaria. It's in Bavaria, it's in Bayern. And they have details to their company if you want to ask any information. Their customer service is top notch. It's amazing. It's amazing. So that's how they came packaged in. Nothing much, just this box. And one thing about this Osmo Fresh Fusion Air, as we open this up, we'll be comparing it with the Quella Pro, which we've unboxed already. This is about 1 kg lighter than the Osmo Fresh Quella Pro. So how good can you get it? They are really advancing, their technology, their innovation abilities, and that is awesome. I love it. So we'll cut it up and, open it to find out what is in our box. Just give it a little bit of a cut here, not much. So that's what we have. Once you open it up, that's what you see in the box. Once you open it up, you have your manual in there, and this is what it comes in. So we have this, you know, this what you place to catch any excess water, and it feels quite light compared to the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro. So we have our manual and we have this as well. Let's open it up and get our product out of the box. So with the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro, it came in a brown packaging as well. However, once you open the brown packaging, you have it in another white packaging, which displays the products inside. And that is something I personally find it really nice, for you to tell what is in the box. But you know, lately a lot of companies are going green, trying to limit the amount of packaging that their products come in. So you know, it's amazing that they have this, the packaging reduced, but I would have loved that. But anyway, that's something that we can make do with. What matters most is the functionality of the product. As you can tell, the product came well packaged. It is secured in here, and during the transportation, you know, period, I don't think anything can, you know, easily move around. So that's a good one. Let's take this thing off. Ta-da! So this protective layer is off. So we have this as well, and yeah, you can scan it and get in touch with them. So let's bring out our package, our Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. One amazing thing before I take out this Osmo Fresh Fusion Air is the size of it. I'm looking forward to how slim it is, because it is advertised as 0.5 centimeters slimmer. You know, the length is 0.5 centimeters lesser, the width as well, and the depth as well, compared to the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro. So let's see. Ta-da! Yay! So we have a water filtering unit right here, and this is the box. As you can tell, it's totally empty. There is nothing in here. We'll put this away. So first off, this is how it's looking like. This is our Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. I think they gave it the name Fusion Air because of the lightweight nature of it. But in a brief, I'm going to give you the details of this product. And I don't want to miss it out, so I'm going to check and tell you what it comes in. Let's see. No, I think let's open it up. Let's open it up. Let's see. So because I want to give you, you know, the, optimum information, I do not want to go wrong with anything. I have my laptop here, and I'm going to tell you about the functionalities of the Osmo Fresh Queller. No, it's not the Queller Pro. I've enjoyed Osmo Fresh Queller Pro so much that it keeps coming out of my mouth over and over again. But I'm going to tell you the functionalities of the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. So the first one, as we open it up, of course, you know, my scissors, where are you? We are going to take all the plastic stuff off it. And this video is going to be in two parts, our unboxing, and we are also going to have our initial setup. So look out for that video as well. And we are going to take the rubber off it gently. Ta-da! And, you know, take these blue labeling off it before we let it stand. So this is how it looks on the bottom. And we are going to take the blue labeling, you know, the blue tapes off. I think they held everything well together so that nothing comes off. And this is how it's looking like. Just look at this. Is this not amazing? Ta-da! I present to you Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. The Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. So this is how it looks like. It's really beautiful. It looks beautiful on the outside, and as well, you know, I'm excited. So this is the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air, and it is advertised as the successor to the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro. the great thing that made us, consider having this Osmo Fresh Fusion Air is, the wastewater ratio. You are going to have 30% less wastewater compared to the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro. With the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro, I think the wastewater ratio is 1:1, but this one is about 2:1, and it's something that is amazing. Another thing that made us go for the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air is the mineralization. With Osmo Fresh, you have the possibility of having your reverse osmosis water remineralized. When it comes to reverse osmosis, it's a wonderful technology. It ensures that you have very clean water to drink, but in that process of reverse osmosis, you lose a good amount of important nutrients that your body needs, like potassium, like sodium. So when it comes to Osmo Fresh, one important decision that I made with going with this company in the first place, with us getting the Osmo Fresh, Queller Pro, was their ability to re-mineralize your water. And I think they stand out. That innovation is amazing. So we got that Osmo Fresh Queller Pro, and with this Osmo Fresh Fusion Air, you have 50% more mineralization. That's amazing. That's amazing. And let's find out what else it comes in. You have 13% faster filtering compared to the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro. So one thing that is amazing on their website when you check it out is that they said the Fusion Air is it is the bestseller Osmo Fresh Queller Pro reimagined. It is, the optimized functionalities are that it has 30% more faster filtering. It has 50% more mineralization, 30% less wastewater, and it has triple ultraviolet C LED for germ protection. We'll find out that as we go on. And there is also improved handling. You can see how slim it looks. You have this right here where an external tank at the side. For the first time, the tank is at the side. With our Osmo Fresh Queller Pro, you remember we had it at the back. So that is one thing about it. You have, of course, they said it's 0.5 centimeters narrower, shorter, and deeper. Amazing. They also say that, of course, the side tank has been upgraded to a side tank for easily handling. And it has an intuitive display. So this is it. With the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro, you had preset functions that you could take water from 45 degrees Celsius, 55 degrees Celsius. You could take from 80, from room temperature, of course, from 90 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius. So these were preset heating functions. But with the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air, you have room temperature, you have boiling water, I think 95 degrees, and then you can preset your temperature in increments of 5 degrees Celsius from between I think 40 degrees to 90 degrees. That is amazing. So what else do they have? They say that it comes in two options. You have the Fusion Air and you have the Fusion Stream. So the difference is this: with a Fusion Air, you have a side tank. It's a countertop unit with a side tank, so you don't have to connect it to a water source. You don't have to connect it to a water source if you live in a rented apartment or a house. It comes in very handy. There is no drilling needed. But with a Fusion Stream, if you are in a very stable environment, if you are comfortable with drilling, any portion of your kitchen, then you can go for that. And the great pro of having the Fusion Stream is that you do not have the task of changing your water here and there. So that's one thing, it does the exchange of your clean water and wastewater disposal. But I love this personally. One reason why I love the side tank is that I can store the wastewater and use it for watering my plants. Yeah! I discovered my new, a new hobby of mine just this past summer. And I grew lovely vegetables. So that's one thing I'm going to use during the summer, the spring season, early fall. And in winter, you can just store the water and use it to wash your dishes. If you are doing it by hand, you can find something to do for your indoor plants. You can also use the wastewater. And the great thing is that with the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air, you don't have a lot of wastewater, compared to the Quella Pro. So that's a good one. That is a good one. And I love that they have options to suit every home, every family, and every budget. That's a good one. Another functionality of this Fusion Air is that it has fast hot water function. And this gets me, it gets me excited. The more I read about the Fusion Air, the more excited I become, because with the Osmo Fresh Quella Pro, you get hot water. You can get hot boiling water in 3 seconds. And they are saying with this, you have a fast hot water function. That's amazing. Of course, they are not making it in comparison with the Osmo Fresh Quella Pro. Another thing is that it has 30% higher exhaust velocity. So the rate at which the water comes out of the Fusion Air is 30% higher compared to the Osmo Fresh Quella Pro. This tank right here, let's take off the tape. I think we can take it off now and just, take a look at it. So we are taking off our blue tapes. That's nice. That's nice. That's really beautiful. So this is the external tank you have. I'm not sure how to take, it's very easy to take it off. Oh, great. You can just remove this and then you pull it up. Very easy. Very, very easy. This external tank, you see how slim this external tank is? It takes 4.7 liters of water. Can you imagine? Let me just bring this here over for you to see. They are saying that this external tank here, as slim as it is, takes 4.7 liters of water. And that's great. So with the Osmo Fresh Quella Pro, it was, you have about 4 liters of water, but with this 4.7 liters, it's going to be amazing for my family. Of course, if you are not a large family size, you can use the Osmo Fresh Quella Pro, or you can use the Quella Live. They have they have reverse osmosis units that suits every family, as I keep mentioning. So this is how it looks on the inside and around it. It looks very sleek, very modern, and very beautiful. This is how it looks at the bottom. You have, I think this is, it has 2 portions. The wastewater is going to come to this section, as you can see here, and you have, the regular water here. There is no labeling on top, but you have a mark here to indicate for you to stop filling the water. So that's a good one. And it has these hooks that comes into this section. You can see that. So you place it in like so. After filling it up, push it in. It has a handle, as you can see, and then you just let this rest in, and this is the cover. You cover it up and you are good to go. So that is it with the external tank. That is 4.7 liters. So it says that one tank, once you fill the tank, one tank yields approximately 3.1 liters of reverse osmosis water. It says whether in the kitchen, in your RV, which is road vehicle, or in the office, you can use the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. That's amazing. When it comes to filtering, your water, we remember very well, we are familiar with Osmo Fresh Quella Pro. It has, 7-stage filtering process. It's the same with this. It has a 7-stage filter technology. And in addition to it, it has 3 times ultraviolet CLED for pure water. With a 7-stage, filter technology, that it goes through the first stage of sediment filtering against sand and rust, and the second stage is it has an activated carbon filter, and this is against chlorine and odors in the water. The third filter technology in here is a scale shield that protects the membranes of the filters that you have from lime scale. The fourth is an ultra pore membrane that filters viruses, PFAs, nitrates, bacteria, and much more. The fifth filter in here is the mineralization filter. It comes in with calcium, with magnesium, with potassium, and sodium as well. And the SIF filter has an activated carbon post filter, and this gives you pure taste of the water, the pure taste of the water. That is what it does. At the 7th stage of filtration, there is a pH filter in there that balances the pH of your water. Amazing, 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 amazing. I'm excited about it. And finally, last but not the least, this unit right here comes with a triple ultraviolet C LED as a germ and bacteria protection. And this is, the efficiency of this is 99.99999%. It has 99.999% efficiency. That's amazing. So as you can tell, it appears I did not put this on well. So we are going to do it again to ensure that our filter, our tank enters the hooks very well. Yes, it enters the hooks first, and then you push it down. And then it closes, and you close it up. And ta-da, you have it. Let's go on with the functionalities of the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. So as I said, the size and the design of this unit is beautiful. It improves the aesthetics of your kitchen. It's amazing. It's beautiful. You're going to love it. Of course, the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro design is out of the world. It's also amazing. It's beautiful. And once every morning when I come into the kitchen and I see my Osmo Fresh Queller Pro right here, I get motivated to drink a cup of tea. My kids too. We drink tea, and we do not look out for, heating water in the kettle or in the microwave. So that's a good one with this. Of course, if you are familiar with the Osmo Fresh, unit, when it comes to the filter, you know how easy it is to change it. I think the filters are over here. It has a quick change system. Of course, I've experienced it before. I checked out where the filters are, and you can easily remove it. And it gives you an instructions on how to preserve it when you are going on vacation. It's very easy. I'm going to bring a video to you on that. I didn't do that with the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro, but I'll do that with this unit, and you know how to use it when you are going on vacation. When it comes to the this unit having 3 times ultraviolet C LED, it basically protects against germs and bacteria, and it has 3 ultraviolet lamps. This is where it's very interesting. With the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro, it had 1 ultraviolet lamp at the dispensing unit at this tap that kills bacteria right before you catch your water. But with this unit, it has 3 lamps. There is 1 lamp, at the inlet over here. Let's open it up. So there is 1 lamp here at the inlet of the water where it draws out your water. There is 1 lamp here, and there is, oh, I have to get used to this. Okay, you hook it in at the start. Yeah, and you push it down. Great. So it has a lamp also, in the inner tank, and it has another lamp at the outlet. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm excited. And you have instant reverse osmosis from the first second you fill your water in. You can't get it any better. Osmo Fresh is amazing when it comes to innovation with very clean water that you have at your home. It's amazing. We also have this magnetically removable drip tray. This is how it looks, and it can easily attach to this. You can open this up. It comes with this, blue tape that holds it together, because they've made it very easy for you to remove it and wash it anytime you feel like doing so. You can just attach it to it. And you can remove it when you don't have a need for it. Of course, with your Osmo Fresh products, you have TDS level indicator right here on the display. With the Fusion Air now, you have 2 TDS display. You have the option of seeing how clean your water is. After the filtration, you get to find out the TDS level. What is TDS? It is the total dissolved solid in your water. So you are able to tell your total dissolved solid in the water post filtering, you know, the reverse osmosis water that you have, the clean water that you have, you are able to tell the TDS level of that water. And you also have the option to find out the TDS level of your water after mineralization. So bravo, that's wonderful, because I kept contemplating the actual values, you know, wondering if that innovation would be a possibility, and it actually is. I'm amazed by, you know, this product. So of course, we've talked about the separate TDS display of mineralized water and pure osmosis water. And of course, we now have a dedicated menu with new functions. You have a display of the remaining filter life. So you are able to tell that your filter needs to be changed very soon. You can tell ahead of time and get yourself a new set of filter. And yes. You also have a dedicated functionality on the display for rinsing your units, the internal tank. You can also, and also for dispensing everything, draining all the water out of your system, you have a dedicated, you know, button there. And yes, before you set up your units this time around, you also have a semi-automatic setup of your units. We are going to do that in our next video. And for the very first time, now the internal tank here can be cleaned. Yay! Yes. So with the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro, of course, you have an internal tank in addition to the external tank. So once your water is, you know, is filtered, it stays in your internal tank. I think it can hold up to 1.7 liters of water in the internal tank, so that you have water readily available. And I think it's the same, you know, internal tank size for this unit right here, the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. And with the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro, you did not have the ability to wash the, you know, remove it and clean it. We'll see in our subsequent videos if we are able to remove the internal tank to wash it, or it comes with just a press of a button. That will still be amazing. That will be amazing. And of course, you have your stainless steel outlet right here. And yeah, it looks amazing. It's the same with the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro. The outlet is not plastic, it's stainless steel, and it adds a touch of luxury to the product. And of course, it has several health benefits as well. So that's beautiful. It comes with, you know, of course, you have your Fusion Air device. You have one Fusion filter. Yes, when it comes to the filters, you have just one Fusion filter and one Fusion membrane. And you have your, of course, your drip tray. These are the items that you should expect when you receive your Osmo Fresh Fusion Air product. What do you have to do to change your filter? You know, we have one main filter that you have to change every 6 months. And you have the membrane, the Fusion membrane, that you have to change once every year. So that's amazing. And the system is going to remind you automatically. So if you have a large family size that dispenses water often and, you know, a lot, then of course you are going to change it much earlier. But it's amazing that the system is going to remind you to change your filters. That's amazing. So that's all for today. I'm very much excited. Of course, the height, you are able to remove this drip tray to dispense water or place it there for taking water with your glasses or your carafes. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. This is where you are, the adapter that you are going to insert into your socket to plug it in. So of course it comes with your manual, and I'm sure it comes in several languages, as we had with our other Osmo Fresh, you know, manuals. So let's see. Let's just open it up and see. So this is the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air manual. It comes in English, of course. It comes in German, and yeah. Oh, you have, you know, this quick sheet here that informs you on everything that it does. You know, it's able to filter out iron, potassium, magnesium, aluminium, copper, nickel, cadmium, silver, zinc, mercury, chromium, chloride, bromine, sulfate, cyanide, silicate, metaxylic acid. It filters out nitrate, fluoride, polyphosphate, orthophosphate, bacteria, lead, PFAS, and microplastics. And all these are between 94 to 97, no, even there are some that filters out to 99%. That's amazing. There's the display that you have when you turn it on. It's amazing. I'm very much excited, to bring you this unboxing. We are going to learn to use this unit together. We are going to play around with the functionalities and get very familiar with it. Please do share with us in the comment section if you own an Osmo Fresh product, or if you don't, which other, which reverse osmosis products do you own in your house. And yeah, it's amazing. I think it's a good investment to get your hands on the Osmo Fresh, any of the Osmo Fresh products, but of course the Osmo Fresh Fusion Air. One good thing, as I mentioned, this is about 1 kilogram lighter than the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro. And it's because they used, I think, over 50% reduced amount of plastics, and that's a great one. So as you can see, it's not dense. The plastic they used for this product is not as dense as the Osmo Fresh Queller Pro. And they said they achieved the same, a higher functionality of their product with less, plastic. And that is amazing. So thank you so much for joining us. We hope you do, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and also share with your friends and family. Don't keep the good news to yourself. Share with others so that they get their hands on getting a water filtering unit at home. You get very quality water. You have less amount of, plastic bottles in your home, and also going through the stress of carrying water. Yes, you less stress for that. So I hope you give this video a thumbs up and also share the good news. As always, enjoy watching our videos, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.